Welcome to Fact Fusion Network, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of science, history, and everything in between. Today, we're exploring one of nature's most essential processes, the water cycle. Ever wondered how the rain you see falling from the sky ends up flowing into rivers and lakes? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the basics of water cycle. The water cycle, also known as the hydrological cycle, is nature's way of recycling water. This continuous movement of water on, above, and below the surface of the earth is crucial for sustaining life as we know it. It all starts with the sun, which powers the entire cycle. Under the sun's heat, water from oceans, lakes, rivers, and even plants begins to evaporate. This is the first step of the cycle. Evaporation turns liquid water into water vapor, a gas that rises into the atmosphere. Secondly, condensation and cloud formation. As the water vapor ascends, it encounters cooler temperatures in the atmosphere. This cooling causes the vapor to condense into tiny water droplets, forming clouds. This process is known as condensation. These clouds can travel vast distances, and as they gather more water droplets, they grow heavier. Eventually, when they can no longer hold all the moisture, the water is released back to Earth in the form of precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Third, precipitation and runoff. Precipitation is how water returns to Earth's surface. But what happens next? Well, this is where things get interesting. Once the rain hits the ground, several things can occur. Some of it will be absorbed by the soil, replenishing groundwater, which plants and trees will later use. But much of it will flow over the surface, especially on slopes and in areas where the ground is impermeable. This flow of water is known as runoff. Runoff is the water that travels across the land and eventually collects in rivers, lakes, and oceans. It's this runoff that forms the rivers we see winding through landscapes, carving out valleys, and creating some of the most beautiful natural features on Earth. Fourth topic will be the role of infiltration in groundwater. But not all the water stays on the surface. Some of it infiltrates the ground, seeping through soil and rock layers to replenish underground reservoirs called aquifers. This groundwater is a critical source of fresh water for humans, animals, and plants, especially during dry periods when surface water is scarce. In many parts of the world, people rely on wells to access this groundwater for drinking, farming, and other daily needs. Without this hidden resource, many ecosystems and communities would struggle to survive. Fifth, let's talk about the impact of water cycle on climate and ecosystem. The water cycle also plays a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate. The movement of water in the form of vapor, liquid, and ice helps distribute heat across the planet, influencing weather patterns and ecosystems. For instance, rainforests thrive in areas where the water cycle is particularly active, with constant evaporation and precipitation. On the other hand, deserts form in regions where this cycle is minimal, leading to dry and arid conditions. Lastly, the water cycle and human impact. Unfortunately, human activities like deforestation, urbanization, and pollution are impacting the water cycle. When we cut down forests or build cities, we alter the natural flow of water, leading to issues like flooding or drought. Pollution can contaminate water sources, affecting both ecosystems and human health. However, efforts are being made globally to restore and protect the natural water cycle. By conserving water, protecting wetlands, and reducing pollution, we can help ensure that this vital process continues to support life on Earth. And there you have it, the water cycle, a complex yet fascinating process that's happening all around us, every single day. From the rain that nourishes our crops to the rivers that provide drinking water, the water cycle is truly the heartbeat of our planet. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Fact Fusion Network for more deep dives into the science and history that shapes our world. Have any questions or topics you'd like us to explore? Drop them in the comments below.